Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay, they can hear us and all that stuff. All right, so we got Travis, Adam, Anthony, Huffman, Sonia. Sometimes I pronounce it Sonja, but it's Sonia.
Dude, I've said it too. I'm like Songaga, but it's Sonya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna say Sonia Warrior Princess. That's not right at all. It's
Like the one from Mortal Kombat.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
But no.
We have. This is my favorite part. Trying to pronounce people's names. We have Yazi Garnello. I think
Okay.
that's
And then
right.
we have an Engel.
Angel. I think it might just be Angel Mendoza. Angel Mendoza actually got me this butt mug
Oh, look at that.
that has a big picture of a butt on it. So hats off to Angel Mendoza. We got Chiquita Dixon, Ferrari Watts, and Rafael Cintron. Rafael's based out of South America and runs a bunch of e-commerce stores,
Oh, that's cool.
living the life that everybody wants to,
That is pretty cool.
right?
Yeah. Wow.
And then there's Eldon Scott, and I could have sworn I saw, God, somebody else joined it. The guy's based out of Scottsdale. I totally forgot his name. Oh well, whatever. We'll see what happens.
Sweet.
What are we talking about?
So, well, first thing is, I guess the first thing I want to talk about is how are you feeling about the? Let's take this down one notch, make it all nice and moody in here.
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh.
Oh, let me get the manuscript for my book.
Oh, do that. Do that. Okay, so hi guys. My name is Brandon. Some of you may know me as Icon, and today we're going to be talking about a lot of things. Mostly, why don't you guys start by telling us what do you think of the studio so far? We've made some improvements to the lighting structure. If you really want to see something fun, I'm going to move it away from the professional outlook, and we wanted to get this top mic, this top light to really fit in there, so I just kind of like jammed it in the ceiling. It's very professional. And so if it falls on us kind of halfway through, you know why we stopped the interview.
Is that what's going to happen?
No, I mean I really jammed it in there, so it shouldn't happen.
Oh well. Well, I guess the only thing that matters is the angle. Like, you ever see the backside of like the Daily Show or any like professional looking studio? It looks super gross.
Yeah,
Right?
It's the nastiest looking thing ever. But as long as what's going on right here, right now, that looks good. That's what's good.
Yeah, that
I like
makes
that.
sense. So this is the first book. It's a book of stuff. 22 Facebook ad agency secrets.
Yeah.
I wrote this book by myself. Everything was just me going to Starbucks and just venting on like people need to do sick and tires in their ads or welcome text or customer research and all that fun stuff.
Now hold on, you don't. Nobody just wakes up and says, "I'm gonna make a book."
Yeah.
Right? Like,
They usually say I'm going to write a book.
Yeah, well, they say like I'm gonna write a book like after they go to some conference and
Right.
Grant Cardone injects them with some Tony Robbins.
Right.
And nobody
Which
wakes up
you
and
went
says,
to and got a thing.
I did
Yeah.
get a thing. But nobody wakes up and says I'm gonna make a book
Yeah.
as like an opener. Usually they've been either doing webinars for a while, they've been branding
Yeah.
themselves. What inspired you to make a book?
So, I take a lot of these lunch and learns. I take a lot of phone calls, and I've got courses, structured students, clients, all that fun stuff. And it's always
Sure.
the same challenges, which is I've done Facebook ads and it didn't work. And I'm like, all right, show me why. And usually what happens is the same scenario of like I tried going to the gym and it didn't work. It's like, all right, so you went to the gym, what didn't you do? Or what
Yeah.
did you do? And usually find out like they ate Taco Bell right before they went and they did 3 stretches that I went to the gym, didn't work. Same with Facebook ads, which is like they just didn't do it right.
Okay.
And so I'll spend time on the phone with, like Angel. We exchange messages back and forth. Sonia, I've known for like 3 or 4 years. Anthony Huffman, and like we'll have like an actual conversation about why the ads aren't working. So I'll look at the ads. I'll figure it out all that fun stuff. I'd find out like we didn't do customer research, right?
Sure.
Which I always thought was like standard. You're supposed to do that. That's how I ran ads, and I was trained to do ads at Intel and Ericsson. You do customer research first, right?
Yeah.
And so then I went to Starbucks. Did you just try to eat the mic?
I know. I forgot.
That's so. That's so fucking weird.
I forgot this was a live video, and I was like, "This is a big mic."
Oh, Anthony says the audio's 8 out of 10, kind of scratchy, but Becker is on the right, Jeff is on the left. I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's good for right now. So the thing is that because of how Facebook does audio,
Yeah.
there's really no way to, because Facebook just sucks when it comes to live streaming. It's
Right.
actually one of the worst platforms to live stream on.
Twitch
When it
is a lot
comes-
better.
Twitch is phenomenal. If
Yeah.
we could somehow take the entire Entrepreneur Collective and move it to Twitch, we'd be set.
I found where I hit my knee. Go
Yeah,
on.
you did that twice now. You're really getting old, Jeff.
Ugh.
The thing is though is that why can't we just make that shift? And Gary Vee actually tried that. He tried going and shifting everyone over to Twitch. He was
Yeah.
like, Twitch is gonna be the next big thing. I want to be on Twitch. Built this whole Twitch studio,
Right.
streamed on Twitch, and everyone on Twitch was like, "This is for gaming, not for entrepreneurs.
Get out.
Get out." And that's
That's
pretty
awesome.
much exactly what happened. And so the entire Twitch community kind of just dropped off the Entrepreneur Collective.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen another attempt
Yeah.
to get that back yet, to get a sizable ground.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Facebook, right? Like we just like how we're streaming in 4K right now, and it's being downscaled to 720.
Right.
It's the same thing with the audio. So the
Gotcha.
audio is being like recorded at a high quality, and Facebook is downstreaming it to a scratchy kind of stereo.
Then it all goes to hell.
Yeah, it all
Gotcha.
goes to hell.
For anybody watching, if you got a specific question, just type it in the chat, and then could we call them, and then would it sound okay? Like from
if we put them on the phone, no, we could do that. Let's
right?
give
We'll
it a
just
try.
put it
you
on
know?
speaker and see what happens.
Look, I think with these, I think this series we're going to call now is Jeff and Becker talking about stuff.
Right.
It pretty much every time we do something, it
We
either
just call
goes
them.
really well or really wrong.
It's
so.
1 or 0.
It's 1 or 100. Like
Yeah.
it's 0 or 100. So I say let's do it. Let's give it a try.
So type in your question, and then I'll call you, and then we'll see if we can't solve your problem in 30 seconds or less. And if we totally fuck it up, we'll just delete that question from the YouTube part, and then blame you for it or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But either way, I genuinely believe that like writing a book is like the next level of authority. And I learned it from Bob Manget, who's like every time he wants to get like an extra $100,000 with clients, he writes a book first. I was like,
Okay.
that's smart. So I wrote the book, and I think everybody should have a book. They're not as hard as you think. Do it in Canva, and then put in Vervante, and then
What is Vervante?
Vervante is a printing company out of Utah
Okay.
that specifically does books on demand.
And what's that process like? You just give them.
I don't know. I paid Chris O'Byrne, Chris O''Bryne.
Okay.
I paid him money. He's got a book program, like he's
Just like I have a video program, he has a book.
Same
program.
thing,
Got
yeah.
it. Okay.
and so he helped get me this from PDF to Dund,
Done.
right? So like I can go on Vervante, order 10 at any time, right?
Sure.
And so that was pretty cool. And I felt like I was Russell Brunson because people bought it and then they bought the rest of the stuff, which was like, that's super cool. And when I go to get clients at like Chambers of Commerce, I go, no, I wrote the book on Facebook ads. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, I know.
Like,
Right?
I really did write the book.
Literally wrote the book.
I wrote the book on it.
So that was like version 1 of my book, I guess. Now, what's been really, really cool is I watched Russell Brunson's, it wasn't the One Funnel Away, it was If You Had to Restart Everything About You. Are you yawning on the stream?
No, I'm not. You didn't see that.
I think you are. I think you actually are. And it wasn't the One Funnel Away, it was like If You Had to Restart Everything. And he interviewed people and said, if you had to restart everything again, what would you do? So he got like let's just say 15 pages from each person.
Yeah.
10 people, 150-page book. I was like, that's smart. So I did the same exact thing. I've had this like interview series. So like I interviewed Rob and Alex. There we go. So I interviewed Rob and Alex right here. And I hired someone to turn the interview into actual text.
Got it.
Right. And then
Is it the entire interview though, or is it more like the main banger points?
yeah, it's the main banger points,
The
right?
banger
It's
points.
like it's an article appropriate version. It's not a transcription.
Sure.
I didn't send the shit to Rev like everybody says. Like, no, this has to be digestible, right?
Yeah.
And so here's one with like Reno and all that stuff, and they're about 5 to 6 pages each.
Yeah.
Now I did 30 of them. And when you add it all up, it's 170 pages.
I mean, that thing's a book, dude.
Right?
That's
This
a
is
textbook
like
right
a book, right? And I'm super happy, and like everyone contributed. It's super awesome. And I got the first version of it with the cover at my house today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How's it
so
look?
I'm going home. Friday night Shabbat is going to be me just petting the book with
Just
my face
rubbing
all day.
yourself in the book.
It's going to be amazing.
Let me get this up in here, guys, so you
Like,
can kind of see. It's bigger on the inside.
Now they can't see it.
Okay. Hold up. I got this. We're gonna drop this brightness down for a second. So here it is. It's bigger on the inside, and we've got it where we've got an interview with Daryl Stevens.
yeah. Yep.
Stevens.
Sold his agency for $1 million.
And how do
Cash.
the people feel about you putting this in the
They're
book?
totally fine with it. Like I asked a whole bunch of people, and they're like, "Yeah, man, it's fine. Go for it. Like this is their story. It's not like they're pushing products or trying to be salesy. It's
Yeah.
like we're just documenting how you transformed into the person that you want to be."
Now, how long did this take them to get this done?
So I did the 30 interviews. So I did one a week every week for 30 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And then as I was doing them, I sent them off to Kat, and I'll just let me know if you want an intro, and I'll introduce you to Kat. And then she translated them into articles that were appropriate, right? Not like a Rev
Sure.
transcription. And then she put them all together, and then Chris O'Byrne turned them into Vervante ready, right?
Okay.
And then he's like, I don't do cover photos. I was like, great. So I found a guy named Jackson Yu to do the cover photo, and it's done. Like
It's done.
in 2 weeks,
We're using that word. Yeah.
done. Like done is finished, and in 2
Okay.
weeks, the next version of my book is going to be out and about, which is pretty fucking cool. I think.
So that is fucking
Yep.
extremely cool. So tell me a little bit. Like, is it going to be this thick?
It's going to be about 160 pages,
160 pages.
and it's going to be the width of those articles.
So it's technically like it's a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be like 160 pages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, I've got a reference book. Right
Okay,
here.
now he's going to make fun of it.
No, it's not making fun of it. It's just I gotta see the sizing here. My brain has to process this.
We got a bunch of questions.
Oh Jesus.
James says like you're like Ernest Hemingway and shit. I'm like, hell fucking yeah, I'm Ernest Hemingway. Oh, yours looks so much better. Wait, how many pages is this?
No, this is just a book. I'm just reading. It's a reading book.
This is for the reading parts?
Yeah, just for the reading thing.
So
it's a thing people did before.
This is
that,
160,
entrepreneurship was a thing.
right?
Okay.
So this is 160.
Yeah.
So mine will probably be that width,
yeah,
because this is much thinner paper.
Sure.
And Vervante's going to play with the margins, or maybe Chris did, so that it's a little bit thicker, because I see exactly what you're talking about, which is that's going to be too thick. Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be too. Well, I mean,
this would be.
Yeah, that would be too thick. But like, this is like a good size.
Yeah.
Like, this is like what I expect a book to look like.
Well, we're gonna find out when I go home.
So you haven't even seen it yet.
No.
Oh, so how do you even know it's there?
Vervante was like, "Your book's been shipped. You didn't pick it up." I was like,
"Oh,
it's sent it to my house."
Ross, what are you doing here, dude? What are
exactly,
you waiting for?
because I wanted to send them to the office, but they didn't. I just typed in the address wrong.
Oh,
so we're gonna see what happens. But I'm bringing it up because like I genuinely believe like that everybody should be doing book stuff. Like if we're trying to get in touch with our next best clients and customers,
yeah,
they probably are saying, "I want to hire the guy that wrote the book." I was like, "Let's do it."
Now let me kind of take you away from this then before we go into one of our topics here. So I have a buddy. I actually brought him here, that Twitch streamer a while ago.
Yeah.
So he actually runs what's known, and he labels it as an authority agency.
Yeah.
So what an authority agency does is it takes a person, and it's basically like a glorified PR team.
Yeah.
They get you Instagram followers.
Yeah.
They get you articles on NBC.
Yeah.
It's very feasible for them to get you to like 80,000 real followers, no bots, no nothing. Real people have to follow you because they have this whole circle set up. 80,000 followers for less than like $10,000, and they're also going to get you on featured articles. They'll get you on NBC, all that jazz. And the reason that they do this a lot of the time, and they're killing it, like they're making a shit ton of money. The reason they do this is because a lot of business owners that I guess maybe you're not as educated, you know, they're still in that surface level. They're saying we need people with the most followers, like the people that have the numbers up are the people that are killing it. And even though we both know it's not true, it's more about having the right numbers.
They don't know any other way to measure.
They don't know any other way. So what would you say to someone? Let's say I have $10,000.
Yeah.
I can either go with someone right now who will easily get me to 80,000 real followers.
Yeah.
And I'll have articles on NBC published about me. I'll have this. Or for that same $10,000, I can make a book.
If it's your first $10,000, I would say you don't do either of those things. The first $10,000 you'll have to spend is $10,000 connecting with the people that are most likely to pay you money. And for the vast majority of people, in my experience, it's going to be real life human beings that you can touch, feel, and talk to.
Sure.
So spend the 10 grand and go to Chamber of Commerce's, BNI's, Eventbrite's, all that stuff, and spend the time, effort, and energy having conversations with people that could pay you money. That will get you from zero to, let's just say, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month recurring. Once you've got cash flow that can afford, then you can do 10 grand into Fortune 500 or Fortune 50 articles, and NBC and Inc. magazine. And by the way, for all those magazines, that's what you do. Like you have to pay a PR company and then they get you in. That's how it works.
So what is the point where you can start saying, like, you went through this yourself. You thrown out of Intel, you come out of nowhere and you start up an agency and you're living in your parents' basement. At what point did you say, I now know enough to teach this to other people and they'll pay me money for it? Like, I deserve the money that they're going to pay me.
So fundamentally, it was, am I seeing the same conversations and questions coming up again and again and again and again?
Okay.
And my claim to fame was in Get Clients, formerly FAFE, Dan Hender's group. That's the first person that made me say, I could do it. And I would just go in the group every 2 weeks and report it like a boss. Like, here's what I did, this is what I've done, all that stuff.
Oh,
got him inside gate. BRB.
Oh.
It's the Becker Show.
All right, guys. So Jeff's picking up his friend from the door. So, Hannah, shut up. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to take this time to answer some questions. Let's take a look here. What do we got? Audio quality's 8 out of 10. Anthony, you are a 10 out of 10. Charles Portugal, my man. my myth, the legend, my crumpet and my tea, my cup of tea. I cherish you. Where's the kimono? I actually didn't bring the kimono today. I was staying at this friend's house, and I actually left it at the house. I didn't anticipate on running a live stream today, but here we are. And luckily, I had a change of clothes, so I was ready to go. Auden Wu asks, "Is this the iconic Becker?" Yes, it is, buddy. David Thomas asks, "I have several yacht brokers in my area, and I would like to know how to get them." Okay, so I'm gonna touch base with that a little bit later on the video. Let's make sure everything looks kind of straight here. While this Jeff's away, I'm gonna adjust this camera because we're still figuring all this stuff out. There we go. No, that's no. I got serious OCD, guys. I'm sorry. That should do it. Yeah, that's the stuff right there. Okay, cool. Getting back to it. What else we got here? So David, stay tuned. We're gonna talk about these things. Hannah, way to ruin my live stream.
It rained on the stream.
Thank you. You're like my mom.
Oh my god, this is so cool. Look at the light.
Right? It's pretty sweet, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, we're still streaming, so if you want to keep talking.
Oh,
just
okay,
get-
we're back. All right, cool. What are we talking about? Isn't this fun?
I'm answering comments.
I just
and
went to the gym.
yeah, we.
I just did boxing.
It's like a CrossFit.
Are we calling people?
We can call people. Let's see what wants. So I was.
Who wants a phone call?
One. Eldon Scott says, "Sound good and very clear compared to what
Okay,
most
bye.
Facebook video." So I'm just gonna say bye.
Bye.
Eric Pierce asks, "Can you
Okay.
provide the context and process for writing a book?"
Yeah, so what I did, and I'll probably end up doing like a group call, and this ties into like how do I charge for my knowledge type thing. I'll probably end up doing group call saying this is the steps that I took, and wrapping it into like a recording because, like I mentioned, like I'm seeing the patterns again and again, same questions.
Yeah.
To save my sanity, I'm just going to make a recording.
Sure.
That's it. That's the whole process behind it.
But
to answer your question, Chris O'Byrne, he's on Facebook. Just PM him and be like, hey, I want the same package Jeff got. Probably charge you more, but that's fine. Catherine something, I forget it, but she's in the group. And Jackson Yu, those are the three people that got my book from In My Brain Parts to Dund, including these two right here. So just FYI. Not Pervante, but Vervante.
all right. Jodine.
Yeah.
She's got a question for you. I'm gonna let you answer. I'm gonna grab my phone.
Jodine says, my challenge, I have an estate planning online course. Love to hear an idea on copy headlines and make planning for death romantic. Planning for death romantic. I think those are words that you probably should not be using. Romantic. Let's say like it's estate planning, right? And the people who are buying estate planning are probably people that have money that are thinking, what if, right? What if I die? And the taxes that occur with it. So like a headline that I'm thinking, and this is just like on the fly. If you don't do this one secret, you're going to pay an extra $50,000 and your kids are going to pay $50,000 in taxes when you die. Something like that, because nobody wants to pay taxes. And that should help figure out a best next step. So Jodine, if you're up for a phone call, let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat or whatever, and then I'll give you a call.
Oh,
and we'll
I'm
figure it
back.
out. So yeah, Jodine, if you're still on there, just give me 1 in the chat, and then we'll call you and all that stuff. Anthony says, what should I name my marketing company? Anthony is marketing, end of conversation. Don't like put too much thought into it.
Okay, so Jeff says don't put that much thought into it. I put a lot of thought into my marketing
Yeah.
company. And I'm gonna change you on this. The reason is one, Anthony, don't sit there and wait all your days. Like don't sit there and when you're planning out your agency, you say like I have to come up with the coolest name ever. I have to have like real world marketing. It really doesn't matter. But the thing is if you're like me, Anthony, where your marketing company was your first business, having that name kind of gives you like a child you're proud of.
Oh, that was your identity.
It was like your identity.
Oh,
to
God.
it. You connect
Okay,
to
God.
it, right?
I
Like,
understand, but
You get
Yeah.
to it. So what I would say is I'm just going to tell you what I did. What I would suggest is you basically say like what would be a kind of cool idea. We don't just want to say New World Marketing. We want to say like North Digital Marketing. Like,
Right.
Everyone does that. Just sit there and say what's an idea? Like what's our problem that we're trying to solve? Now my company was trying to make a clever solution.
Mhm.
So I just thought it'd be cool to spell the word clever differently, like how
Right.
like an app developer in San Diego would do it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. So think about what's the number one problem you're trying to solve, because marketing agencies are all trying to solve different problems. And if you're trying to go with like, I don't know, maybe like a dentist, you could make it where it's like dental and the I and or the A in dental is a Y, and I don't know, now you're just straight dental marketing, and that
Yeah.
kind of niches you down a little bit. That's just my suggestion. Jeff's gonna be very to the point, like just do it. It really doesn't matter. But if you want to have that attachment, that's kind of how I came to my name.
I'm gonna call Joe Dean.
Okay, let's
We're
do
gonna
it.
see what happens. All right. So Joe Dean's last name is Bergstrom. Does this happen to you when you type in names in a messenger? It takes forever.
Yeah. But then it pulls up all the other names of people that somehow have a similar name.
Yeah,
but
you're like,
it's-
I didn't talk to anybody of these people ever. Why would I want them?
Right.
Yep. All right, let's see what happens. And guys, so when you're listening to this, give me a 1 if the audio is cool. Otherwise, I don't know. Hi, Joe Dean.
Hey, this is Jody. How are you?
This is Jeff. What's going on?
I'm doing better now that you are calling me.
Fantastic.
Joe Dean, welcome to the stream.
So apparently you have an estate planning company or something like that? Or tell me more.
I can't get that in there.
It's an online course, and it's a 4-week course that we go through.
Yeah.
And so I always like to just, when I see people on live and taking questions, I like your perspective of what, you feel would speak to you.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I like the idea of the extra, 50,000, saving the $50,000 in taxes.
Yeah.
I'd use something similar to that. So, but I just would like more input.
Have you ever run customer research? Have you ever run customer research?
Yes, I have. I've done a lot of. Another angle that I do is target market young couples that are young entrepreneurs that have children under the age of 5. Like
No. When I mean customer research, I mean, have you done customer research that writes ads, like what I talk about in my masterclass and mini module, stuff like that?
I've sent out polls to the customers. Is that
Nope. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. So, have you read the book by Ryan Levasque, The Ask Method?
no? I have not.
Okay. So Ryan Levasque is a Brown neurologist from Brown University, and he's really smart. One day he's like, "I'm gonna start $1 million company," and did it like 25 times. And his whole process behind building these companies is that it's like neuroscientist theory, which is if you ask the right 5 questions, you can get 95% of the way of unlocking people's wallet. Like just these 5 questions, 95% of the way of unlocking their wallet. So you have to ask somebody or a group of people or a town or something like that, like these 5 questions, and they're about somebody's needs, somebody's wants, somebody's fears, somebody's goals, and what they hate / what they tried. If you get good answers to that, you're 95% of the way of unlocking their wallet. You can just buy Ryan Levasque's book. It's called Ask. He walks you through the whole thing. Now, what I do is I run a Facebook ad with a link to a survey to those 5 questions. That looks good. And then I can survey my target market without having to pay like 60 grand to some customer research company. So like, let me ask you this. It's a course, right?
Yes.
So do you have an email list?
Yes.
Do you have a Facebook group? Or sorry, Facebook page?
I do. Part of it is I started this course, and then the whole reason I started is to help my parents, and my parents actually passed away 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so part of it got too emotional to sell it. So I'm kind of reigniting it because now I'm to that point where I'm.
So you have an email list, right?
Yes, I do have an email.
You have a Facebook page? That's fine. You have a Facebook page, right?
Yeah, and it's an old one too.
A website?
It's starting to revive it.
You got a website?
Yes.
Cool. So what I want you to do is I want you to, you're going to run a Facebook ad, and you're going to have a custom and lookalike audience. The custom audience is going to be people on your email list, people who have engaged on your Facebook page, and people who have been to your website, and then you're going to make a lookalike audience. Do you know how to do that?
Yes.
All right, so you're going to do that, and then you can run an ad saying, like, hey, Americans, or like, hey, young entrepreneurs, or like, get us specific to your target tribe. Like, you can say, like, hey, wealthy people. That's always kind of weird, but don't say that. Like, if I was running in, like, I do local lead gen, so it's always like, hey, Miami, right? So figure out, like, your target, which you kind of have an idea of. So it could be like, hey, senior citizens, or like, hey, moms and dads with kids, something like that. And you can say, hey, my name is Joe Dean, and I'm expanding my real estate planning company, and I'd like to know your thoughts and feelings on blank. Let us know what you think. Click the link to the survey. Now you got to figure out the blank. So the blank could be estate planning, but nobody wakes up and says, God, I need estate planning, right? Right. You got to figure out that X. And you never really know, so I run custom research 4 or 5 times. But you're going to run an ad literally says, "Hey, my name is Jodine. I'm expanding my real estate company or my estate planning company. Let us know your thoughts and feelings on blank. Could be retirement with money. It could be paying taxes on X. It could be an upcoming law, upcoming change, something like that." If you get between 15 and 30 responses to that ad, you will have a database of everybody's problems, everybody's needs, of all their wants. And guess what you're going to use to write the ad? Those answers. Then you're going to have a working ad right out of the gate. I've used it every single time. I don't care if it's bike ads or car wash ads or chiropractor ads. You do that, and then you will no longer have a question of like, what am I supposed to put in the ad? How am I supposed to sell my course? Nothing like that. You will have an ad that works. Does that make sense?
It does. Part of what I have is the fact that everybody needs it, and it really is a blue ocean. And so you really have to kind of niche down and target market into like one area. Like I was saying, one of the areas that I went into was entrepreneurs with children under the age of 5, and then the headline is, "What would you do if both deaf parents passed away? What would happen to your child?"
Yep. So, yeah, so that's an option to create an ad, but you never really know if, has that ad worked for you?
An ad that worked, that was kind of but an ad that worked is, what happens to your child if both parents die? And just that question out there, and that gets their attention. And that ad has worked, yes.
Okay, so you got sales from it.
Right.
Okay, so why aren't you running that ad more?
Because I'm looking for older entrepreneurs, in your age group without children.
Okay, so you're trying to target people in their 30s who are entrepreneurs who have made some money that are wondering what happens what if I die and what happens to the money type thing, right?
Right.
Okay, so guess what you're going to put in your ad? Like, hey, entrepreneur in your mid-30s, wondering what happens if you die, what happens to your estate, all that stuff. The point I'm trying to make, though, is like if you have an ad that already works, great, but the reasons why you're buying estate planning in your 60s is different than your 30s, right?
Right.
Do you know why somebody in their 30s would buy estate planning course or estate planning services?
No, that's the surveying I got to do.
There you go. So that's what I'm trying to communicate, which is like if you just do that customer research survey, like Ryan Levask style, the book is like $14. It's absolutely great. I've got a mini module on it. And the end result is you can literally find out why people like me are or are not buying estate planning. And then you put that in the ads. So maybe it's totally possible that I don't even know about estate planning. Like I'm an undiscovered problem, right? So if it turns out you get a bunch of people saying, I don't know anything about estate planning, you're going to write your ads that same way. If it turns out there's a whole bunch of people just like me that are like, yeah, and I'm worried about taxes, then you're going to focus on taxes in your ads. But what I've discovered is that when I run customer research that writes ads using Ryan Levask's Ask method, I literally end up with a database of like 50 answers, and it's 50 people that give me keys to their wallet. And what's cool, by the way, is at the end I say, if you want, leave me your email and I'll send you a follow-up. And I start generating real-life leads right out of the gate, which is what you want, right?
Right, exactly.
So, yeah, just kind of like follow that Ask method. Have you seen it at all or no?
I have. I've got something that's kind of similar that I did send out. I put it into a women's group, and that helped me. I was thinking, I didn't realize that there was a stress of, them worrying about what happened if both birth parents passed away.
Yeah.
And that clarified it for me, and that's where I came up with that angle.
Gotcha. Okay, well, anything else I can do you for?
That's good. I appreciate it.
All right, cool. So your best bet is to just like run customer research using a Facebook ad, because then you can target people just like me. Like you don't have to go into a group. You just pay Facebook $30 for 3 days or so. You can literally find out if entrepreneurs in their mid-30s, whether it's taxes, whether it's their kids, anything at all, like the customer research process will absolutely blow your mind. And you won't be running like in the dark anymore or throwing stuff on the wall. You can literally just be like, hey, maybe I want to start targeting people in their 40s. You run customer research, tell Facebook to only send people in their 40s, and then you have answers right out of the gate. And you can do it for anybody in the U.S., right?
Exactly, yeah.
There you go. So just pay Facebook money. You're literally just getting answers to the test the whole time.
Great. One last question.
Yeah.
In market research, if something like this was to be put together
So me as a person, not at all. No, if I was scratching that itch about like what happens to my estate and planning and all that stuff, I'd probably just talk to a person individually or watch a webinar or read for like an hour and a half. I'm not at like that wealth level where of like a family office type scenario. It wouldn't apply to me at all.
Okay. That's what I'm just trying to figure out. Like, I know some of them, because as an entrepreneur, we're all busy. And so the whole thought of going through like a 4-week course was overwhelming.
Yep, I agree completely.
If they could come in
I
for
wouldn't
the
wanna do that.
weekend and get it all done, then they were willing to do that.
No, it probably should be a webinar. Like, here's 3 things you didn't know about event plan or estate planning. And then if you want to schedule a phone call, and then just webinar to a phone call or VSL to a phone call. That's it.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, like I'm just doing market research. If
That's fine.
you know, your market would be entertaining that. I know the older ones that are busy and they don't, the time constraints, they entertain that idea. So.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, we got to let you go, okay?
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
All right.
How did-
What?
Do we both have broken phones?
Oh, actually, I do. So I had this realization the other day, and I was like, I paid $1,000 for this phone, and it feels really shitty in a case. Like, it feels good when it's out of the case.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna keep it out of the case, and I'm gonna do my best to try to not drop it.
Did that work?
It did for a while, and then someone dropped my phone for me.
Someone else dropped it for you.
Yeah, and I was like, man, and you know what? It's Apple Care is $30 to just fix it. So the next time I'm near an Apple store, I'll have it fixed. But probably I'm just gonna get rid of this phone after this. I finally cracked the case on how to run iMessage through an Android.
Oh,
Yeah, so pretty much I'm done with this thing. I don't
Perfect.
need it anymore.
there you go.
So that's that.
Let's see what else is on here.
Here's what I think the best way to do it would be.
Okay.
Let's put like a queue kind of together. Would say like if you guys wanna hop on a call,
Yeah.
wanna ask us a quick question. We have like 3 to 5 minutes per question.
Yeah.
Go ahead and comment blank down below. We'll talk about some things, and after we're done talking, we'll have like a list of people.
Oh, that's probably much better.
Probably makes the most sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drink this mug that has nothing in it to qualify myself.
That's true, but that's just for the pausing, right? Let's see. Dylan says, how to build fans for clothing brand. I haven't a clue. I do want to say that clothing brands as a whole have like super slim margins. I don't know if you want to do that. Like, yeah, it sounds cool to have like a clothing brand and all that. But shit, man, you could sell $1 million worth of shirts and still end up on the losing side of it. Like, I mean, how much margin is there like clothing? Like
Well,
10,
it really
15%?
depends what you want to do. You see, I've got a couple buddies that they run a clothing brand, and they don't make crazy good margins on either. But their brother was a designer, and he unfortunately passed away. And they build the clothing as like a thing of his vision.
Yeah.
A lot of times, people that design clothing are kind of like artists in a way. They don't
Yeah.
really want. I don't think their end goal is always money, and maybe that's the case with this guy here. I don't think the end goal is always money. It's more about just someone's appreciate. Like a lot of people, if you told me, right, that I made a shirt and half of America wore it and I didn't make a single dollar,
Yeah.
I'd be pretty cool with that.
Because they wore it.
Yeah, because they wore it. Someone
Yeah.
appreciated my stuff. So if I was going to answer your question, I have a successful group of friends that started up a clothing company. It's called Always True. And if you want to funnel hack someone, I would highly suggest looking up Always True on Instagram. And basically what they did was micro-influencers are the bomb.com.
Mm-hmm.
You go and you want to find people that are in the 25 to 80,000 follower bracket on Instagram, and you go and you want to really geo kind of lock these influencers. So you want to find, you can go to a local college nearby, UCF, USF, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Find a college, find these 5 micro-influencers, and just give them a bunch of stuff. Just be like, just wear it.
Yeah.
Right? All you gotta do is just wear it. Take one story post with it, one picture with it. If you have no budget, then just give them the clothing. If you have some budget, and they're a higher level influencer, you might need to pay them to make a post about it.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be the best case scenario. Because when a lot of people see that someone's wearing something,
Yeah.
then the micro influencer strategy is how Bang Energy down here went over.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Bang Energy is insane when you actually look at those guys.
For the first time ever, I opened a fridge and I was like, there's like 12 bangs in here.
Right.
It's like, what is it? Protein shake, energy, creatine.
So they started off as an energy drink, and what's crazy is they only started about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they actually outsell Monster and Red Bull. In
No
Florida.
shit.
Yeah.
It's because of the micro influencer.
So they went in, and Bang was like, they had all this opportunity to use these different marketing strategies, and whilst Red Bull and Monster were going for these big BMX celebrities and athletes, Bang went ahead and they were like, we want any girl that has less than 100,000 followers. We want shufflers, like girls at EDM festivals that can
Yeah.
shuffle dance. They even recruited my friends who are a parkour group. They've only got like 60,000 followers.
Right.
And they just got all these micro athletes, and they were like, "We're gonna give you a bang, and our entire marketing budget is gonna be spent on micro influencers."
Which is essentially just paying them X dollars or giving them products.
They're gonna give them products.
Yeah.
And they give them like from what I've learned is they give them like a certain amount of products per month, and then they get clothing that
Yeah.
they have to wear in certain stories. They have to produce X amount of pieces of content, and then they also get $1,000 for it.
Gotcha.
So there's a cash incentive. There wasn't always there though. Originally, it was just they would just give them products. And it got to a point where any gym you went to, people were asking like, "What's up with all these bang things everywhere?"
Yeah.
And it wasn't just something you saw like only the celebrities using. Now it was everyone normally was using it
Yeah.
too. So that took this small company to now they're beating Red Bull in
Right.
South Florida is an insane.
That's $1 million deal.
Oh
Yeah.
easily upwards of $15 million.
Yeah.
Like they're doing in Red
So to answer this question, your suggestion is like go the micro influencer
The
route.
micro-influencer, like, fuck Facebook ads. Don't
Yeah.
spend any money at wasting your time on Facebook ads. Your video views, you're not going to get from entire people. You want to give shirts to people that are already, they have that authority.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're yawning on the
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that-
did it on my webinar. Okay, go on.
So those micro-influencers have the authority over their groups, and that's way more powerful than a celebrity does.
Yeah.
So having that little micro-influencer strategies, hit them up. Gary Vee talks about these all the time, but micro-influencers, I personally think, are a gold mine.
And doing it in a specific area.
Doing it in specific areas is the super gold mine.
Yeah.
It's a little bit harder because a lot of micro-influencers are kind of spread out.
Yeah.
But if you live in like densely populated areas like Miami, Brickell, New York, even just college towns, there's enough of them around to create kind of like a circle,
Yeah.
like a carpet bomb.
Interesting. Very cool.
Yeah.
Mo says, do you guys mainly do contracts month to month? If contracts, how do you make the client comfortable locking in 6-12 months? So there's two answers. The first is I just do 30-day rolling contracts. Just like, yeah, it's going to be this month. This is the money and all that stuff. What I found is that when I try to lock people into contracts, a couple things happens. The first is they never pay me more money because every single month I have a sit down for an hour with all my clients. I say, all right, what are the problems with business? How can I solve them in exchange for money? Let's figure out a new thing that I can charge you for. I don't say that last part, but they know what I mean. And so it always ends up increasing because they never want to drop their last program. It just ends up increasing over time. If you're locked in, you're not going to want to pay more money type thing. That's number one. Number two is that every time I try to squeeze a client in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, they always say no. And if they say yes and don't pay, what am I going to do? But the best answer is actually going back to Rob and Alex's interview. He's done an interview in the public group. And he says, look, when I have my branded program, like the Wallet Out campaign, which is mine, don't use it, he just puts a number in front of it. So he just says, it's the 90-day Wallet Out campaign.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost you $10,000. And they're like, I don't have 10 grand. Well, you can pay $2,700 a month. Great. So Rob and Alex has inferred renewals. And it's a 90-day program, which is like a 3-month program, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's not going to work the first month. Are you yawning? Yeah. No. So it's
I'm accepting a lot of it
yeah.
with my mouth.
So it's not going to work the first month. It's going to work the second month, idiot. And the third month is going to be better. You have to stick around. And some people prepay. But there's an implication of renewal without having to like deal a contract and stuff like that. So I think that answers your question. If you want to see more info, go inside this group. Go to the videos, look for Rob and Alex's interview. Like, he's going to show you some fun stuff. He signs people at $10K a month and renews at 87% month after month, which is cool.
So I was actually about to do one
Oh.
of those.
Jeff sounds... Wait, Becker's mic is off.
My mic is not off.
Is that not right?
No way. Hold on. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to listen to myself real quick.
Uh-oh.
No way. Is that not right? No way. I'm going to be talking about it. Who said that?
Steve Aquino, based out of Dallas.
Steven Aquino, based out of Dallas. You, sir, have disrupted my aura.
Big box of lies.
All right, big liar, Mick Phoney fan.
Zach Anderson says, best way to get results for a hairstylist. There is a hairstylist Facebook ad agency in this group and in my premium group. And I'm going to look up his name right now, and then I'm going to give him a shout out.
And whilst he's doing that, I'd like to say that we would like to try to keep taking a couple more calls. So if you guys want to hop on a call, ask us a quick question. We'll have like 3 minutes. We're going to answer your problem. It's going to be super cool. Comment the peach emoji, the one that looks like a butt.
Is that what that is?
You didn't know that?
I did, but I'm
Well,
just
people
playing along.
Put the peach emoji. And
They
it's
do.
Like, they mean ass.
They
So
do.
That's the thing. You should know that your whole brand is an ass. mess.
It is. So let me see if I can find the guy.
Comment that down below. I'll be looking for it, and then maybe.
Peaches are a butt, and then there's an actual butt. I get it now.
Yeah. Oh wait, there's no. Okay, so what do we got here?
What is this guy's name? He's based out of Scottsdale. Oh, I met him in person. Fudge muffins. Jordan Key. JordanKee. Message him. Pay him money. He will show you what to do to get results for hairstylists. He's doing it right now. He's got a beauty thing going on and an esthetician thing going on. He's based out of Scottsdale, which is rich as shit. Apparently, I had no idea people in Scottsdale like super rich.
Yes.
They are, right? I had no
That's
idea.
quite wealthy.
There's like beauty bar blocks. Like
Yeah.
there's like your salon and then your fat loss center and then your vitamin D and then like all the way through.
Yeah.
So yeah, talk to Jordan Key and then all that fun stuff. Steve says now it's good, so the mic is good. We've got, what was the butt emoji for?
That is just call some. Oh, I want to do it. I'm gonna call.
You want to call Dylan or Steve?
I'll call Dylan. I
Okay.
like Dylan's. All right, let's go and let's call Mr. Dylan here.
I can't click on his profile. I'm gonna look at his profile. Oh wait,
That's all good.
that's fine, right?
Oh wait, I don't think I can click on his profile either.
Why
I
not?
guess I'll just type in his name, Dylan. It doesn't let you do it on the phone. We're doing great at this though.
We're failing forward here, right?
We're moving at the speed of sound.
So can you call Dylan Diedrich?
I hope this is not. I think I pulled up the wrong Dylan because this guy is married, and this guy doesn't, and our Dylan doesn't look married.
Dylan Diedrich. Okay, that's him. He's an electrical engineer. Oh, I messaged this guy before.
I talked to Dylan DeFrick. That's where I went wrong.
Gotcha.
Dylan Diedrich.
Oh, we've been chatting in a while. Oh, he messaged me in November. Oh, the Invincible collection. That's his thing. Yeah. You want to call him, or do you want me to call
You
him?
just call him. I can't find his. I can't find his name here.
Message. Let's see what happens.
Someone messaged me, "Fly me out to you. I want to enjoy life with you for a little week." After I just posted our.
Who did?
Life. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I feel like a famous guy.
What's happening, Dylan? What you doing?
Let me hold the thing up.
All right, so tell me, what problem can we help you figure out? No.
No, not at all. I don't know if you just heard that last part.
Did you hear what we talked about, the micro commitment and all that, or the micro influencer?
Yeah, so here, why don't you tell me what your brand name is, and then Jeff's gonna pull it up here on the computer, and I'm gonna give you some advice.
It's Invincible Collection.
Invincible Collection, like invinciblecollection.com? I don't think that's how you spell invincible, Jeff.
All right, you know what? I'm blind, and it's really far away.
You're right. You are blind. Okay.
Oh, no, I know how to spell it. I just did it wrong.
So,
Yeah.
So tell the audience a little bit about what the Invincible Collection is.
Okay, so Invincible Collection is a clothing brand that sells motivational clothing.
Yeah.
So t-shirts, hats, things like that have motivational quotes on them.
Oh.
Things that push you to motivate.
Got it. I'm gonna let you hold this phone real quick as I delegate some knowledge out here. All right, so I'm gonna give you a couple pieces of advice. The first thing is I wouldn't even be focusing right now. Just kind of coming to your page. Right now, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. If that's okay.
That's fine.
Cool. So when I come to your page, right, I'm just looking at this and I'm seeing the logo and I'm immediately seeing the product. And pretty much I've never really been a big drop shipping or e-commerce guy myself, but I've hung out with enough guys that own stores, so I kind of have a good genuine feel of how these things are supposed to go. What I would suggest is you're putting the product right at the front of the page without a lot of backing of why anyone should actually be interested in the product. And I know you're trying to justify that by putting being invincible first and not letting anyone detour you from success. You will become successful. That's just kind of like a mission statement. So let me ask you, like, who would wear this clothing? You said like powerful entrepreneurs, right? So I would want a picture of a powerful entrepreneur, someone in their state, as like the main splash as this background. Like the first thing I need to see is not the products or getting 50% off the item. First of all, I would take that off. Like I would get rid of the birthday club. That shouldn't be something that's immediately visible. That should be something that kind of shows up after I've already signed up for something.
Yeah.
Because it cheapens you out. It makes you look cheap. And you don't want to do that. But you need to have it where there needs to be more color. I'm seeing white and blue, and that's it.
I know. Do you know J.R. Rivas? All right, so he launched his own clothing line called the Entrepreneur Collective or something like that, or the Entrepreneur.
Wow, it's a lot of
Yeah.
It's one of those things where they get rid of the letters in entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's really smart.
Yeah, and I think he sold like 150 T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So look at what JR is doing. I don't even know his like website name.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it. I hear no. Type in. I know what guys type in. Entrepreneur. You just gotta spell entrepreneur really dumb, and people will.
That's about right.
Entrepreneur shirt.
Say again. What was it?
I think it's like entrepreneur.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so ENTRPRNR.
Yeah.
The first thing when you open the site is it's got that little Shopify bonus wheel. Jesus, it's just game anxiety. But when you open up the site, the first thing that it does is it shows the clothes. You're a clothing company, and you should be focused on the clothes. And right under that, it's our story. I'm scrolling on the site right now. I haven't seen a single price. People see prices, they just bounce out.
Yeah.
But we see the clothes, we see the story, we see their mission. This is where you could put that. And then beneath that, at the bottom, they've got this great Instagram page where they're seeing people across the board who resemble your idea of your brand wearing the clothing. So the first thing that I would do if I was you is you have the easiest audience in the world to find is you can print out these T-shirts, and just being in the T-shirt business, I know you can probably print these out for pretty cheap. Find local entrepreneurs online who've got like 5 to 25,000 followers, whether it be on YouTube or they've got a group or something, and you want to send and say, hey, I don't know who you are. I love I know who you are. I love your mission. I love how you're going about things. I want to give you a T-shirt that represents that. Does that sound good? And you don't need to say, please wear it, or I need you to post it or show it to all your friends, because then you're going to dissuade people off. People don't like being forced to do something. You're going to send off maybe like 30 shirts. And out of those 30 shirts, you might have like 5 to 10 that someone says, I like this guy. I like how he does his business. He just gave me a shirt, didn't ask for anything about it. I'm going to make a post about it. And then now you start collecting those posts, and you now have content to put as the main fill on this page. Does that make sense? I know I spoke really fast there.
Yeah, dude. I hate the term funnel hack, but model what Entrepreneur is doing. We'll put a link in the comments, but your shop should look like this right here, and then that'll solve a lot of problems really, really, really quickly.
And it does not. So we're gonna fix it. Oh wait, that's not the right guy.
Does that sound good?
Sounds great, man. Thank you so much.
You got it. We'll talk soon, buddy.
All right, sounds great. Thanks.
Bye. We need a thing in the middle so it projects correctly, right?
Yeah, we need that thing Gary Vee has.
Yeah, the little whatever
You
it's
want me
called.
to throw that on the list?
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
Yeah, so drop the
Oh, he's got it.
Okay, Entrepreneur. There you go.
The thing is, though, is like I know JR made those shirts, and look, I'm sure he made money with it, and maybe there's even people here that bought those shirts. But I'm gonna be honest, I hate those shirts.
I don't like the term entrepreneur.
I used to like the word entrepreneur, but now I hate the word entrepreneur. And it's not because like I don't like the idea of entrepreneurship. The idea of entrepreneurship is the coolest thing on the planet.
Yep.
But what I hate is that entrepreneurs are the only people in the world besides CrossFit and vegans that have the need to tell you across
That's so true.
that they're entrepreneurs.
That's so true. Well, that might put Dylan in like a winning scenario because he can tie that in pretty effectively. Like entrepreneurs got to tell everybody. Like I watched a Gary Vee video once. But I think to solve his problem, he's got a shirt, and he's got to attract either the people to it, either by spending money on ads, or product, or brand, or influence, or anything like that. But I think your strategy is right.
So the reason I said don't go with ads is because look at this, right? These entrepreneur shirts are fairly all the same. Like it all resembles the same idea. Like we're businessmen, we're free, we're taking over the world. Like that's it, right? It's a very simple concept that's spread across multiple different shirts, and it's hard to differentiate that. These guys, I am willing to bet, are spending easily upwards of $100,000 a month on advertising. And I can guarantee that there's 5 more companies that are doing even more than that. So how are you going to stand out in the Facebook space?
You can't beat them.
You can't beat that.
No, you're going to get bullied out.
Right? But if you can try grabbing the small fish, pulling the bang energy, then pull out the bang. You know? That's what I would do.
That's fantastic. Remember we talked about named programs?
Yes.
So like Bang has a named program. We just don't know the name of their program.
Banger.
It's the banger, right? Like the banger marketing strategy, right? So like for everybody who's like doesn't know what I'm talking about. I think the difference between people who struggle with Facebook ads as a product or service and people who don't are the people who have a branded program. So I've got the wallet out, ready to buy button the seat customer campaign. There's 7 steps. There's an ambassador program. You're working on our branded program.
Yeah.
Because when you have a branded program, you can do multiple things instead of just Facebook ads. Because there are a lot of people that are only doing Facebook ads, and now it's a commodity. Like, I can go on Upwork and find a Facebook ads thing for $200.
Yeah, I hate doing Facebook ads.
Right.
And I've done Facebook ads enough, and I run an agency, and I don't do Facebook
Yeah,
ads. My money might's
99
probably gonna be here.
99% of what you're doing is non-Facebook ads.
Yes.
Right? You're going to have to do a little bit of Facebook ads.
You are.
If you walked in saying, I'm going to do your Facebook ads, they're going to be like, we don't want that. We've tried. It's not going to work. But nobody knows your Tiny TV program or something like that,
the Tiny
right?
TV program.
The Tiny TV program, which is like whatever the hell you want, right? So let's see what's up. We got like 10 minutes left, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what we got going on here. So we got Steven.
We got Stephanie, Raj, Daryl. Steven wanted a phone call. Steven's our last phone call.
All right. Well,
Steve Aquino? I'll call him.
what about that Randy guy right here? You want to just do Steven and
Where's-
Randy?
Randy.
Even
Randy did a peach and an explosion.
Yeah, I mean that's
Hard to.
dude.
All right, hold on. Randy.
All right, we'll tell Steven.
Is there like a risk to calling random people on the internet?
No. Maybe.
Now I'm like thinking about it. I'm going to call Steve because I've never talked with Randy before. Randy, just hold on. Let me see if I have.
Is it the water emoji?
Yeah, that's like, I'm like suspicious and I don't know why.
That's a fairly.
Oh, wait,
valid
hold
thing.
on.
I mean, I throw that emoji around a lot. Maybe not for entrepreneur videos, of course.
Oh, wait.
But,
Oh, yeah, I've messaged him before.
okay,
All right, let's see what happens.
let's do it. Can you hold it up?
Yeah, go for it. This is a really cool setup, by the way. Great job.
Thank you.
Yep. Hey, Randy. What's going on, buddy? What can I do you for?
What's going on, Randy?
Hey, Jeff, and hey, Becker.
Yeah.
Before I ask my question, I just want to say that Becker, man, I've spoken to you like about 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago, and man, you're a great guy. I think about 3 years ago you gave me some really great advice that's really helped me out, and I want to thank you. And Becker, man, I love the group. Jeff, I love the group. Thank you so much for creating it.
You got it, buddy. What's up?
I'm having a.
Becker's having some tears.
Randy, I gotta say, man, I don't know what I did or what I helped you with or how long ago, but it is so cool to know that after all this time you still remembered that and that I can help you yet again here today. So this is my day's honestly been made. I thought you were gonna say that to Jeff. Yeah, you were like buttering him up. You're like, yeah, Jeff, you helped me out a while ago. I was like, yep, there goes Jeff. And you're like, Beck. I was like, what? Okay, you know, I'm glad we got Randy in here.
All right, what's up?
Thank you guys. You guys are making really impact in the digital marketing world.
Fantastic. So Randy, what can we help you with today? What is Randy's problem that we're about to solve?
So my question is, let's say basically, I just wanted to ask you guys if you had an opportunity, let's say to provide your services to like a presidential candidate, like a full digital strategy.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, like, how much would you, like an average, like how much would you charge for something like that?
So your question is, I may be able to do digital marketing for a political candidate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So there's a whole bunch of rules and regs when it comes to doing advertising, marketing, digital marketing, any type of marketing, and accepting money from political candidates, especially post 2016, especially with Facebook ads, especially with all that stuff. You need to quote him between $5,000 and $10,000. Anything less, you will realize that you're doing too much work for. Anything more, he won't be able to afford. So, like, when we think candidate, how much money has this person raised?
This person's basically he's pretty well off. Like I would say.
I'm actually gonna hop in here. So
Yep.
so I actually had it where I did the marketing for a politician about it, not too long ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I was in a similar position where you were. I was like, I don't know how much I should charge. What should I do, etc. Here's the thing. Here was my brain behind it. First things first. If you want to know what you should charge, anything less than $5,000 is a waste of your time.
Yep.
$5,000 a month, period. Like, waste of your time. Personally, I think anything less than $10,000 a month is a waste of your time. But if you're going to charge that, you're going to have a solid strategy plan to back that up, and you got to be fully confident in your results. Now, the thing is that the thing about politicians is they love to just burn money. The politician that I was working with had it where he had $5,000 a month agency, and I came in, and they weren't even running ads. They were just running, like, a couple email things. They were running $5,000 a month, and he asked me to pitch him on Facebook ads. So I ran a whole pitch. I did everything together, and I ended up pitching it at about $15,000 a month. It was the most I ever pitched for something. And my strategy was I was just going to do brand awareness out the ass. We were going to retarget. We were going to do brand awareness across the board because it might not be this for all the cases, but I personally vote on whoever I've seen the most.
Yeah.
I know it's terribly shitty, and a lot of people are going to hate me. That's how most people vote. If your name or perhaps maybe this guy did something in the news and you ran Facebook ads to the news site and it just retargets over and over again, you need to make it where everything someone sees on the internet is this person. That was my strategy. And I was willing to charge $15,000 a month for it. And when I said that number, I almost shit a brick.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that was like a possible number. But he just kind of sat there and nodded his head. At the end of the day, he ended up, I was his campaign manager for 3 days. I went through the whole verification process with Facebook. And Jeff is right. There's a huge amount of rules and regulations. And if you don't know that or you don't feel comfortable with researching all the rules, you might want to step away from this one, Chief. This could be like a ticking grenade. You don't know if it's a good one. But if you choose to volley forward in the face of certain death, my suggestion is you can actually go online. You could see how much a candidate has raised in their past and how much is in their current budget, which is one of the most useful tools ever. And then you can use that and say, all right, probably about 10% of that they have for random other operations.
Mm-hmm.
If they have $200,000, they'll probably have 10,000, 20,000 of it just sitting around.
Yep.
Then you could sit there and say, look, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to deliver this amount of impressions, and we're going to do it to this exact area. This is the area you're trying to win. District 22 is going to be your area. I'm going to bombard your face all over. I'm going to set up these retargeting campaigns out the ass. I'm going to set up a chatbot so people can have a conversation with you. People can connect with you.
Yep.
And personally, I think that's the best strategy to go with.
Let me ask you, Randy, how big is your agency right now? Can I ask that question?
Honestly, it's just me, myself right now, with a few, basically I outsource some of the work that I do since I can't do everything
Well, I mean, like, how many other clients do you have?
right now. I'm really not big, you know, I've been basically doing more digital marketing for about 3 years, but
So this is your first client.
basically this is my first big.
Okay, so it's your first big client, right? So the challenge with political campaigns, especially if it's your first big client, is it's going to be effing hard. You won't know if it's direct measurable results. You won't know if it's working. You're going to have to talk about impressions and branding and stuff like that. And if the guy is cool with paying you an F ton of money, especially if it's considering it's your first big client, then you should move forward. But you have to have an honest conversation with the guy and say, like, are you willing to pay me for the time, effort, and energy spent? Because it's not like a normal client. Like, you're going to have to go balls to the wall for 1, 2, or 3 months straight, and you won't have room for any other clients. And you got to charge accordingly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely does, and that was one thing that I was definitely worried about.
Oh, and apparently you have to be certified by Facebook first.
Yeah, that I've done.
Yeah.
That's actually not that big of a deal.
Oh, okay.
Randy, I'm going to say this. This is what I did at the end of the day. I get approached by a lot of opportunities to take these really big, like $10,000 to $20,000 a month opportunities, and a lot of times I turn them down, and it's because even though I've been in your shoes, and I'm like, and even still I'm in your shoes, I'm like, yo, $10,000 a month, $20,000,
Yeah.
like I could buy so much shit. But what I would say is that I would honestly, if I was in your position, I would go to him and be like, listen, my friend, I know that this can help you, but I want to be honest with you, and I want to make sure this is the right solution for you, and I know that I am not the guy
Yeah.
to deliver this for you.
Actually, if it turns out he can't deliver it,
Yeah.
he can just say, "Hey, but I will refer somebody who
But
can."
I know someone.
Yeah.
who ca- I was delaying that pod.
Yeah.
I say I personally I don't think I can deliver the results that you need, but I know someone who can absolutely crush this. And then you find someone in this space who has past experience, who's
Yeah.
already certified by Facebook, and you say, "Hey, look, I'm going to bring you a fat lead.
Yeah.
You're going to make a lot of money on it, and all I want is a referral."
That's it.
And now you're making like an extra,
X dollars.
X amount of dollars per month, and you didn't even have to do anything. And trust me, you don't want the stress of politics, man. It is a bitch.
That's the one thing I was worried about, and I thank you guys very much for giving me advice. It was tremendous value. I want to be able to give somebody else a chance to ask the question, so I want to cut it short. But again, thank you so much again for the value.
You got it, buddy.
Yeah, Randy. If you have any more questions, dude, slide in my DMs, and I'll be happy to help you. Okay?
Thank you, Becker. Thank you, Justin.
You got it, buddy. How do we close this out? Do I just click end stream?
So
I click end. There's two of them, right?
There's an end live video.
Yeah.
And then there's like an end stream button. You want to just you want to
Bye.
Bye guys.
See you later.
See you later on the Jeff and Becker talk about stuff.
Volume 3.
Volume 3.
Yay.